Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
And as we start Autonomous Alliance number 4 on blue, starts with all 3 robots trying to drop off their onboard game pieces. Seems like TKO and Janksters each managed to score in the upper row. TKO managing it twice, and Janksters making it onto the charging station, getting it level by the end of Autonomous. And meanwhile, on the red alliance, it is Gold Strikers who engage for red. And now they and their alliance partners are rushing for the game pieces on their side of the field. Prepatech Nautilus already having brought back 1 cube, while their alliance partners Carbon Knights are lining up and depositing a cone in the upper row. And our scores are close, back and forth, less than 10 points, sometimes much less than that, separating our alliances. We see Bay Robotics taking the field for the first time in playoffs. They are over by their blue grid, lining up, and they drop off a cone. It does stay in place in a node in the upper row, and they're already on their way back, racing to the loading zone and picking up another. On red, however, that cone is bashed by 1 from Carbon Knights. Red having already completed at least 5 or 6 pieces in their upper row, but blue not to be outdone, matching that with some of their own. And once again, just 1 point separating our alliances. It is Bay Robotics lining up again by blue's grid. They drop off the cone on the middle row this time, while Janksters come in with a cube. On red, unfortunately, 40-10 not in motion at the moment. Red has the lead, but it might be tougher to hang on to now. Gold Strikers coming over with a cube, and they are lining up, dropping it off in a node in the middle row, while Carbon Knights once again fill out the upper row. And with just under a minute to go, Red Alliance still hanging on to the lead, 13 points, blue trying to make that up. Janksters have a cube with them. They're going up and over their charging station. It looks like they are getting ready, tossing it at their grid. And it does not stay in the middle row, but it will score for them in the bottom row. And Red Alliance, meanwhile, has entirely filled out their upper row. Red still hanging onto that lead with just over 30 seconds to go. And on the Blue Alliance, as Bay Robotics lining up, dropping off 1 more cone in the upper row. We see them and TKO trying to inch their way onto the charging station, get it level. And it looks like they are also making room for their alliance partners, the Janksters, with just over 15 seconds left. Red, meanwhile, has Gold Strikers on the charging station. Blue manages to get theirs into place, and Blue has all 3 of their robots docked and engaged on the charging station. Meanwhile, 5 seconds left, Carbon Knights racing onto the charging station for Red. 3 seconds left, trying to get it level, and Red does manage to get 2 of their own. Match by a score of 135 to 119. And since we are playing in the lower bracket, that means that the Red Alliance stays in the playoffs and will next play in round 3, match 10, also in the lower bracket.